The Open at St Andrews is very different to every other Open Championship because here you do not have to hit it straight. All other Open Championships, there's a great premium on driving well. Here, you can hit it sort of basically all over the place. And it's very wide, obviously, if you put in some of those bunkers, but the fairways are very, very wide. A person like Phil Mickleson, where has not excelled in the Open here has, if he does, this is his best chance to ever win the Open because he's not really a straight driver of the ball. So these long hitters this week have a better chance than they do in most other Open Championships. That's very difficult to say because he's so talented. He can change the trajectory of the ball if he wants to. So, people give a lot of opinions about things that they really don't know too much about. I have tremendous admiration for Phil because he's so... he has an awareness how important the galleries are, and he's very kind to them, and he behaves extremely well and is very warm towards them. He's focused, and I do believe you can do both. You can be extremely focused, but you can be extremely warm to galleries as well. And after all, I don't know, I think the great joy I had is the atmosphere of coming down the 18th hole at the Open. I mean, I just took my head off and just waved to them because, I mean, what would you do without these fans? And I do. I think this is a great opportunity, and I'd love to see Lee Westwood win an Open. He's been the best player in the world the last 2 years. And the St Andrews should really suit him because he's not the best chipper and best bunker player that I've seen for a top player. He's getting better all the time, and that's what's held him back, in my opinion, from winning a major. One or two shots, just one or two shots. If you look at the last Open, he bogeyed 3 out of the last 4 or 5 holes. But here, this suits his game because he's the best from tee to green. The greens are big, so he won't have a lot of chipping. So I think my money's on Lee Westwood this week. You can be very unlucky in the Open and get the worst draw. As you know, you can be playing in the morning and the weather's lousy, in the afternoon the sun's out. And that's part of the Open Championship. But if he gets a reasonable draw and things are reasonable, I think he'll win. That depends on the individual. Everybody's different, Some people... Pressure is self-bearing, and sometimes they go in here oozing with confidence. Some of them get nervous. Everybody's different, and you never know what's inside a man. You never know. So I can't answer about McDowell, but it was certainly, I took my hat off the way he hung in there at the US Open. It was a wonderful win and a very popular win, and I can just imagine in Ireland now, having had Fred Daly win the Open and then Patrick Harrington, and now you get McDowell. It's a wonderful thing for Ireland. Well, I've had the pleasure of meeting Rory, and to me, it doesn't matter how great a player you are. I always look at it and I say, well, now, what do I feel about him as a person? And he's extremely well-mannered, he's humble, you can see why he comes. You see, the parental guidance is always important, and I met his father, and you can see why he's such a wonderful young man. And I really expect big things from him, really big things. I think this young man, all going well, and if he continues with the passion, you can dream about passion, or you can be a real passionate person, and that means making a lot of sacrifices. It's very hard for the younger people to make the sacrifices that we made because they have so much money around. And I do think that has a detrimental effect to a degree. To what degree, I can't answer. But if he has the passion, I think he's got a chance of being a world champion. Wonderful swing, wonderful golfer, a great putter. He's just got everything going. Obviously, he's got to work on the mind and get his mind as strong as his game. And then you have Anthony Kim in America, who's really a very good player. Then you have Ishikawa from Japan. And you have quite a lot of young guys coming up that have really got a lot of talent, which is exciting.